In Solo Leveling Season 1, Episode 1, we are introduced to Jinwoo, our main character, who's a weak E rank hunter in a world where people known as hunters fights monsters in dangerous dungeons. Despite his weak abilities, Jinwoo has to support his family and faces constant ridicule from other hunters. During a routine dungeon raid, Jinwoo and his party find themselves trapped in a double dungeon, an unusually perilous situation. The dungeon's monsters are much stronger than expected, and the group faces deadly danger. Most of his teammates are killed, but Jinwoo survives after a mysterious entity known as the Sin System offers him a chance to level up. He is given a quest like interface and a chance to grow stronger. In episode 2, Jinwoo and his team enters a double dungeon that proves far more dangerous than anticipated. They face a series of trials in the dungeon, including a set of statues that must be approached in specific ways to avoid death. Despite the challenges, Jinwoo remains the weakest, but his determination to survive grows. The team faces traps and monstrous enemies, resulting in heavy casualties. As they near the final challenge, Jinwoo is severely injured and appears on the verge of death. In this critical moment, he encounters a mysterious system that offers him a chance to become a player, which will allow him to level up and gain powers. In episode 3, Jinwoo wakes up in a hospital to find his injuries have healed unexpectedly. He soon discovers a mysterious system interface with a status window and daily quests. Much like a video game, initially he ignores the quests but soon realizes the system is serious when he is transported to a desert after failing to complete one. In the deserts, he fights a giant centipede and begins to understand the system's power to help him grow stronger. This experience pushes him to start training seriously, marking the start of his transformation into a powerful. In episode 4, Jinwoo continues his journey in the dungeon and is determined to enhance his abilities. He faces waves of magical beasts and defeats them using his glowing skills and a borrowed sword. As he progresses, he notices that his stats are improving and gains items like teleportation, stone, etc. Jinwoo realizes that the dungeon's magical beasts differ from those in the real world, indicating a unique environment. He also learns that the color of a monster's title reflects its strength relative to his own. Determined to become stronger, Jinwoo ventures deeper into the dungeon, ready to face greater challenges. In episode 5, Junwoo's physical transformation becomes evident as nurses at the hospital discusses his remarkable recovery and enhanced strength. He is discharged and begins his daily training regime, focusing on exercises like push-ups, squats to further improve his abilities. During this time, he receives a message from Jin Ho Yu, who invites him to join a C-rank dungeon raid. Jinwoo agrees to meet Jin-ho, Dong-suk, Hwang, the raid leader, along with other team members. They enter the dungeon and Jinwoo observes the team's dynamics, noting that their varying levels of competence. As they progress, Jinwoo's enhanced abilities becomes apparent, but he remains cautious, choosing to keep his true strength concealed. The team encounters a formidable boss monster, and Jinwoo is tasked with a supporting role, carrying equipment and assisting with strategy. However, he soon realizes that the team has ulterior motives, planning to sacrifice him and Jin Ho to claim the loot for themselves. Recognizing the betrayal, Jinwoo decides to confront the boss alone, showcasing his growth and determination. This episode highlights Jinwoo's increasing strength and the challenges he faced in a world where the trust is scarce. In episode 6, Jinwoo faces a formidable C-rank dungeon boss, a massive spider. Despite his initial struggles, he utilizes his acquired skills and the full recovery reward from daily training to defeat bosses. Jinwoo's enhanced abilities become evident, impressing his companion Jinho. However, their ordeal isn't over. The rest of the party, who had previously abandoned them, returns with malicious intent, planning to eliminate both Jinwoo and Jinho to claim the loot. Confronted with their betrayal, Jinwoo decides to confront the threat head on, marking a pivotal moment in his transformation from the weakest hunter to a formidable force. In episode 7, Jinwoo continues his journey to become stronger. He receives an invitation from Jinwoo to join a guild offering substantial rewards, but he declines, preferring to grow independently. Later, he discovers a key to an S rank dungeon called the Demon's Castle, which contains ingredients for an elixir of life that could cure his mother's illness. Determined, he enters the dungeon and faces the formidable Hell's gatekeeper, Cerberus. Despite a challenging battle, he defeats him and earns the elixir's ingredient and taking a significant steps toward his goal. In the next episode, Jinwoo visits her mother at the hospital and later receives an email from the association seeking hunters for D-rank dungeon expedition. He agrees to join the mission and is joined by some familiar faces along with the prisoner and Inspector Kang Tae-sik. As they prepare to enter the dungeon, tensions rise due to the unconventional team composition, setting the stage for the challenges ahead. In episode 9, as they navigate the dungeon and splits into smaller teams to cover more ground, Jinwoo, Song, and Johae takes one path while Kang leads the prisoners down with another path. Kang harbors a sinister agenda, having accepted a bribe to eliminate the prisoner hunters under the guise of a dungeon accident. Kang's plan unfolds as he begins killing the prisoners when fellow hunters Kim and his ally stumble upon the scene. Kang decides to eliminate them to cover his tracks. Jinwoo's team hears the commotion and arrive to find the aftermath of Kang's betrayal. A confrontation ensues between them. In the next episode, as Jinwoo and Jinwoo's activities draw increasing scrutiny, they are approached by representatives from various guilds in seeking them to join their guilds. But Jinwoo remains focused on his goal of becoming stronger and continues to conceal the full extent of his abilities and grows stronger using the system. In the next episode, Jinwoo embarks on a pivotal job change quest to unlock new abilities. Entering a secluded forest, he confronts formidable armored knights, each battle testing his evolving skills. During an intense family dinner, Yu Jin-ho faces scrutiny from his father and brother regarding his dungeon activities and ambitions, highlighting familial tensions. In the last episode, titled Arise, Jinwoo completes his job change quest, earning the title of Shadow Monarch. This transformation grants him the ability to summon and command an army of undead knights, including the formidable Igris, whom he fought